ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थेषुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्म हृदय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजता दधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 47, verse number 49. This is Gopis speaking after hearing the message of Uddhava, and they are expressing their feelings of love in different manners, sometimes being sarcastic, sometimes being humble, sometimes just remembering. So here they say in this verse, Sarit Shailavanodesha Gavo Venu Ravai Me Sankarshana Sahayena Krishne Nacharita Prabhu. So they're saying that everything here in Braj reminds us of Krishna, because one of the meaning of the message was that he is everywhere, there is no separation. But they're saying that it's not true. And we see all these things around us, and it only reminds his presence when he was here, and we performed various activities. He performed various pastimes, whether it is river, Sarit, Shail, mountain, Vanodesa, the forest area, cows, and the flute sound. All these things where Krishna has performed various pastimes, Krishna in Acharita, they remind us of him. Krishna Karshana Sahayana. So there is verb to be taken in this verse from the next one, Smarayanti. And all these things are making us remember him. It is not possible that we can forget him. Wherever we go, it all reminds us of Krishna. And not only Krishna but also Balram, because they both played here with their friends, with cows. Somebody plays flute now, it reminds us of Krishna's flute sound. And punaha punaha smarayanti nanda gopa sutam bata Shri Niketais tadpadkai vismartum naiva shaknu. So repeatedly these things, they remind us of Krishna, son of Nanda Maharaj. So sometimes they speak of Krishna as Yadava from Mathura. Now when they are describing his pastimes here in Braja, then they are calling him as Nanda Gopa Suta, that son of Nanda Maharaj. Shri Niketais tatpadkais vismartu naiva sakname. So it is not possible to forget him. Even if you want to forget him, it is not possible, because everywhere there are his footprints. Means he has stamped his presence in everything here. Everything. Whether trees, animals, cows, everything just reminds us of him. Kincha tad vishmritau satyam ashapi hiyate satu asmakam naiva ghatte itya. And moreover, if we forget him, then even the very hope of meeting him again will disappear. And earlier they spoke about the asha, that it is the asha, expectation, hope, which is cause of the problem. When they gave the example of Pingala, said Pingala gave up the hope, but we cannot give up. So the same thing they are saying, that Satu asmakam naiv ghatte. For us, it is not possible that we can give up hoping to meet him. Sariditi tribhi, and this they describe in 3 verses. Acharita sevita anushilita. So Nanda Gopa Sutam Acharita, Krishna in Acharita. So the Acharita means the various activities which have been performed by him, or he has relished these things repeatedly. Sri Niketair dhvajai dhvaja vajradi chinna shobha yuktai shiladishu adyapi vartamani. And his footprints which have marks, special marks like the flag, thunderbolt. So the beauty of all these things is still around. And then he says that some of these footmarks can be seen even at present, some places, right? Where?
So many places in Braj.
You saw?
Yeah, there's one in Shyamkuti around the
Yeah,
very prominent.
but there is no flag or anything on that.
No, they built a little mandap over it.
But there are signs, any signs in the footprint?
Yes, footprint is
No, that is there.
no,
But are there signs? The special marks are not there, right? So that has become invisible. Because they are saying that these special marks are there of barley, of flag, of chariot, of lotus. But now you don't see any of that. The mark which is there in Radha Damodar also, footprint. But he had big feet, right? Huge. Supposed to be 11-year-old or less than that. But his foot size is very big. It's very huge. You've seen? No? You should see. It's there in the stone. In few places. So gatya lalitayodar Rāsa-līlā avalokanaihi madhavya girahritadhiya katham tam vismaramahe. So he says, how can we forget him? We have experienced his beautiful gait, how he walked. Like, who has a good walk? Elephant or duck? So he had very nice walking style. Lalitaya udara has, and very beautiful smile. And Leela avaloknai, and his glances, which were so full of love. And madhavya gira, and sweet nectarian voice. Hritadhiya katham tam vismaramhe. So all these things have stolen our intelligence. So how can we forget him? Means our buddhi, our mind has been completely captivated by these things. So to forget, you have to become free from that. If you are seeing something right in front of your eyes and then you say, just forget it. It is there, but forget. How is that possible? So sometimes it is possible if it is only in front of your eyes and your mind is elsewhere. But something which is in your mind, Hritadhiya, how can you forget that? That's not possible. So that's what they are saying, Katham tam vismaramahe. So Uddhava is giving them a solution how to forget. He says, you are going around and seeing all these symptoms of all these mountains, trees and rivers. So close your eyes with a cloth. Manu tarhi saridadeshu kutrapi agatva vastrena netram avritya dhiya mano anyatra nitva sa vismarayata. So it says, do one thing, that don't go to the river and mountain, etc. and look at them and then they remind. Just stay in your house and tie your eyes with a piece of cloth like Gandhari did when she got married to Dhritarashtra, and sit down and meditate how to take away your mind from Krishna. So practice this. People practice putting mind on Krishna, you practice take it away from Krishna. So mano anyatra nitva, think of something else. Don't think of. So then gradually by practice, you will forget it. Right? Slowly if you practice, abhyasena tu kaunte, vairagyena cha grahiyate. So you have to do two things, vairagya Don't go to those things which remind you of Him. It's like if you want to become devotee, then give up non-devotee association. So if you want to forget about Krishna, give up association of all those things which are related with Krishna. And practice. Watch some videos. Go on internet. Then you will forget. Play some video games. Right? And gradually, by practice, vismariyata. So then they say, yes, the problem is that we don't have our intelligence with us. Dhir nasti eva, tenaiva hritatvat. Because he has stolen our intelligence. So now what to do? How can you practice without intelligence? If you want to practice chanting, japa, meditation, you need your intelligence to be aware of that. If your intelligence is fixed on something, then it is not possible. So therefore they are saying that Hrita Dhiya, that this is our problem. We don't have our Dhi. Dhir Dharnavati. Dhi is that which upholds. That is the function of Dhi. Dhi, Buddhi, Pragya, Semushi. These are all various words for intelligence, but they all have small differences. Medha. So Dhi does Dharana. Gatya, then they explain about his activities, how he walks beautifully, Kathaganam, Gamnam Nityam. Madhavya Madhurya Vacha, and his sweet voice is very special. So it's still ringing in our ears, we cannot forget. So give us some other solution if you have. This will not work. Then this is the last verse. So finally they became very emotional and very intense separation from Krishna. And then they speak, Hey Krishna, Hey Ramanatha, Vrajanatharti Nashana, Magna Muddhara Govinda Gokulam Vrijnarnavat. So in a very humble manner and with full of grief, they are calling for Krishna. Now they are not speaking to Uddhava. Although Uddhava is standing right there and they were speaking to him, but now they call Krishna himself, meaning that here this message is not working. So please come. So Hey Krishna, Hey Ramanath, O Lord of Rama, Vrajanath, Master of Vraja, Arti Nasana, Destroyer of distress, Govinda, Hey Govinda, Gokulam, Vrijnarnavat, Magnam Gokulam, Vrijnarnavat, Uddhara. That please uplift this whole of Gokula, which has become drowned in separation or grief because of separation from you. So this is their prayer. Tatascha uddhavam api anadritya param artya mathurabhimukhi bhavantya Krishna sammukheneva sambhodhyantya sadanya rodana mahu. So after speaking all these previous slokas, then disregarding even Uddhava, out of great distress, looking towards Mathura, and as if they are directly speaking to Krishna. Krishna is sammukheneva sambodhyante, and then crying with humility, sadanya rodana mahu. then they speak this in a very pitiable manner. Hey Krishna, ayogyan ayogyanamapi asmakam chitta akarshaka. So Krishna comes from this Kris dhatu, means one who pulls, attracts, Krishna Vilekhane. So they are saying that although we are not qualified, we don't have any quality to please you, to serve you, still you have stolen our heart, you have attracted our heart to you out of compassion. Hey Ramanath, Ramayapi Natyamanat, Adbhut Madhurya Ras Vilasadi Mahasampatte. So Ramanath, simple meaning is one who is Lord of Rama, but Nathri Dhatu also has other meaning. Besides being master, it means Yachya, to beg. Nathate means to beg. So they are saying that you are begged even by Lakshmi. Means even Lakshmi begs for your association. Because why? Because you have the most wonderful sweetness and pastimes. The wealth of your pastimes is most wonderful, sweet and full of rasa. So much that even Lakshmi, who is goddess of fortune, she begs you to be with you. And then Hey Vrajanath, Vrajastvam Nathati. So Vraja is calling you. Hey Arti Nasana, you are the destroyer of distress. Purvam Govardhanam Dhritva Indakritam Artim Anashiyat Bhavan. So it is indicative of Krishna's pastime in the past when he lifted Govardhan and removed the distress of the Vrajvasis, which was caused by Indra. So therefore now we should do that. Samprati tu tvad virahadeva sarvatopi adhike vrijnasya arnave eva adya svova nashyadeva gokulam swam esha agatya uddhara. So now there is another problem. That problem is gone, that you protected the Vraja. But now, only because of your separation, there is the biggest distress, more than anything else. And therefore it is an ocean. Indra only sent rains. This is a tsunami. The whole Vraja has become submerged in this ocean of grief. And only you can protect it. Previously you protected by lifting Govardhan hill because the rain was coming from above. But now the water is coming from below, from the ground, and everybody is already submerged, so you have to lift them. Uddhara means you don't have to lift Govardhan, you have to lift Gokula itself. So Gokulam, Vrijnarnavat, Uddhara. This Gokula is Magnam, that it is already drowned in the ocean. If tsunami comes, it drowns everything. So please come. Agatya Uddhara, you have to come here. Otherwise, Adya Svova Nashya Deva Gokulam. Otherwise it will be completely dead today or tomorrow. Cannot wait very long. So please come. Hey Govinda. Why? Because you are Govinda. Swa Palitchari Swiya Gavir Vindasva. So you are the protector of the cows. So these cows which have been nourished by you, tended by you, so now you please come and save them. Alam Duta Prasthapanaye iti bhava. The meaning is that sending this messenger is not very efficacious. It doesn't help. So you have to come yourself. It is good that you made a big attempt by sending him, but it did not work. If you have to do some work, first you try to do it with less energy. If something can be done by your representative, then there is no need for you to go. But there are certain works which have to be done by yourself. If you are hungry, you cannot send your secretary, you go and eat. I am feeling very hungry. So you have to eat yourself. So he says that this message will not help us. You please come. So in a very pitiable state of mind, they call for him. So Sri Shuka Vacha, Sri Sukdev speaks. Tatastha Krishna Sandesair Vyapeta Virahajvaraha Uddhavam Pujayam Chakrur Gyatvatmanam Adhokshajam. So this is a very strange verse which he speaks now. He says that after they spoke like this, Hey Krishna, Hey Ramanath, Hey Vrajanath, so then their fever of separation was dispelled by the message of Krishna. Message is Krishna Sandesai Vyapeta Virahajvaraha. Jvara means fever. So their feverish state because of separation was dispelled by the message of Krishna after that. And when this happened, then they worshipped Uddhava. Uddhavam Pujayam Chakru Nyatva Atmanam Adhokshajam. After understanding themselves as Adhokshaja. So something happened in between from previous verse to this verse. Some magic happened. So therefore there is some explanation needed for this. So Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur gives a long explanation. So tatascha tasu dukkhena api sthilitva martum udyatasu anyan atirahasyan sandesha uktva uddhavastha anandayamasa ityah tatastha. So he says that after when they were speaking like this, Hey Krishna, Hey Uddhava, Hey Ramanath, Vrajanath, Artinashana. So Uddhava saw that they are full of grief. Dukkhena asham api sthalitva. And because of this grief, they are becoming hopeless. And as if they are going to commit suicide. Martum udyatasu. They were making an effort, udyatasu, to kill themselves. So then Uddhava gave them some more secret message. Because this verse says, Krishna Sandeshair. Tata means thereafter, means something happened between this sloka and that sloka. So some Krishna Sandesha were given. So this is not the messages which he has already given, but some more he gave according to commentator. Anyan ati rahasyan sandeshan uktva. So some more secretive, very confidential messages were spoken by Uddhava to them. And then they became very happy. So Sukadeva Goswami is describing this. Otherwise this verse does not have a sangati, correlation with the previous one. Tatastha Tatasthadanantaram ye Krishna sandeshaha purva sandeshabhyo bhinna tairiti anava. So he says there, the meaning therefore is that after that he gave them messages from Krishna which were different from those which he has already spoken. Because remember he said that he brought many messages. So like you have many different types of weapons, try this, try that. If one does not work, try another one. So he is having many. He wants to dispel their separation. So for that he has got various solutions. So now he applied the Brahmastra, which has to work. So teja sandesha Shri Shukena avivrita api phalato gniya. So which are those messages? Because there is no mention of those messages here. So commentator says that those messages have been hidden by Sukadeva Goswami because they are not to be spoken. So he did not speak them. But they are understood from the effect. Phalanumeya arambha. So Kalidas says that Phalanumeya arambha, that you see the act from its result, you make an inference that what would have been done to get this result. So from the result you can understand what was said. So therefore, so this is the message. He is now making the message open. Yatha, so this is Krishna speaking. Bho pran prayasya mat preshitasya uddhavasya agre yusmabhis chakshunsi mudrayitavyani. So Krishna is speaking to them now directly because they directly called him. So this is the power of the name. Abhinnatvat nama namino. That there is no difference between the nam and the nami. And if some people like gopis are calling Krishna's name, then Krishna becomes manifest there because he is not different from the name. So he appeared there. And then he speaks to them. He says, Bho pran prayasya, that, oh my beloved who are more dear to me than my life. Mat preshitasya uddhavasya agre yusmabhis chakshushi mudrayitavyani. That I have sent Uddhava who is standing in front of you. So now you please close your eyes in front of him because he is there. So you close your eyes. Krishna is saying. Tatasya purvam yatha gopala balaka chakshu mudranena munjatvi davalnalad uddhritas tathaiva virahanalad bhavtir uddharishyami. Why he is saying this? He says earlier when I was here in Vrindavan and one day there was a forest fire in the Munja Atvi, other side of Yamuna, there is a forest full of this munja grass, and in the summer it was dry and it caught fire, and all the cows and cowherd boys, they got caught in it. So So he said, don't worry, just close your eyes. And they closed the eyes and Krishna drank the fire. Because fire comes from Krishna's mouth. Mukham Agni. So, just as I had quelled the forest fire and uplifted the boys from that forest fire, in the same way, I will quell your fire of separation and uplift you from this. Just close your eyes. Pashyata me yog balam iti. Just now you will witness my yogic power, what I do. Sandesh shravanena ta yadaiva chakshushi mudrayamasu tatkshan madhye eva satkoti varsamyam yogamaya pravesh. So when they heard this message of Krishna, they closed their eyes. And at the very moment when they closed their eyes, Yogamaya entered the time scale of 1 billion years into that one moment. Like you pack something inside. So in one moment of time, she packed 1 billion years of time. Right? That's, the scientists say that in the beginning there was only one point with a very high density energy. This whole universe came out from that. That's what they have been experimenting in the Switzerland tunnel. So like that, this point was pressed with all the time. All the time went into one moment. Tatra tabhi saha rasa vrindavan vihar dyuta madhupan jal vihar hindolani adi vilasani anyan alakshitan Krishna's tavat chakre. So then Krishna performed various types of leelas with the gopis which were not visible to anyone including Uddhava. He danced with them in the Rāsa-līlā. He drank the honey, liquor, and played in the water and sat on the swing. Means the different activities which are done in different seasons. This is the Hindola season now. Like Hariyali Tej is coming soon. When is it, tomorrow? No. Sometime soon. No, it comes next month. This is only Ashadha now, Shravan. So, after 1 month. So, various types of pastimes he performed with them for 1 billion years in one moment. And yavadbhi sa viraha pida samyak eva vismrita. Why he did it? Because they were in such an intense of separation that it took so much time for them to get rid of that separation. It's like if your hand gets burnt, it doesn't get cured immediately, it takes time. So it takes time because they were burnt completely in the fire of separation. So now he is soothing them, and it took Shatkoti. So 1 billion years. So then finally their Viraha Pida was gone. That's why they are happy. Tatascha tasam angani ananda pramuditani alakshya muhurtanantram bho swaminyah sampratam chakshushi unmilyate ityudhvena ukte sati. Tas chakshush unmilya adhokshujam adhakrite. So then when this time passed, one muhurta, then Uddhava said that please open your eyes now. And then they opened their eyes. And then they saw themselves as adhokshaja. So he gives a very interesting meaning to adhokshaja. Most of the commentators, they give that they identified themselves with Krishna, that's why their virha went away. And see the play he is doing. He says, adhokshajam adhaya kritebhyo akshibhyo nimilitabhyo netrabhyo parasahasrananda praptya punarjatamiva. So they were so happy that their eyes were down. Adha akshaja. Aksha means eyes, adha means below, ja means born. So their eyes were down, and when you close your eyes, your eyelids are down, right? And then you open the eyes, it was like a new birth to them. Adhoksha ja. So ja means born. So they put their eyes down, and when they opened, it was like a new birth to them, because now their virha was gone. So that is the Atma Adhokshaja. That is the meaning, that they considered themselves as Adhokshaja. Means as if they have taken a new birth after putting their eyes down. Means closing and opening. So adhaya kritebhyo akshibhyo nimilitebhyo netrebhya paraspar sahasra ananda praptya. Parasahasra ananda praptya. Thousands and thousand times of bliss they experienced. Jatamiva atmanam swam gyatva. And that's why they worship Uddhava now, because they are so happy. So then the verse says that Uddhavam pujayam chakru gyatva atmanam adhoksha. So this is a very unique explanation of the word adhokshaja here. So bho premvatyah yadi yuyam pranans taktum ihadhve tarhi yusmadrisham shrutva dasam shrutva ahamapi pranans takshami. So now as if Krishna is telling them that, oh lovely ladies, if you had given up your life, then hearing this, I will also give up my life. I would also have given up my life. Natra sandeha, there is no doubt in this. I will not live without you. Shapata sahasram kurvan aham bravini. I am saying this, taking thousands and thousands of oaths, that I would not survive without you. Yuyameva prana bhavataha. Because you are my life. Vrajam gantum pratikshanam yatmano api aham yanna shaknomi tatrayam kala eva karma eva vyakhyata lakshanam prema eva pratibandhaka iti aham shanke. And although I love you so much and I want to come to Vraja at every moment, and I am making an effort to come, but I am unable to come. And I think the only reason why I cannot come is because of time, because of karma, or because of the prema. So kala, karma, prema. So this is the problem. So that's why people say, well, this is not happening because the time has not come. This is not happening because karma is like that. And this is happening for in his case because he wants to make them experience prema. Like we read in Gopal Champu, that the absorption which happens in Prakat-līlā does not happen in Aprakat-līlā. So this is that absorption. Because this kind of separation does not happen in Aprakat-līlā. So he is making them experience this type of absorption. And with this types of absorption, then he will enter into a Prakat-līlā. So they will have that bhav. So this is how their bhava keeps on increasing all the time. That they come from aprakat to prakat, then their bhava increases, they go into aprakat, and they come into prakat, they increase, come, go, come, go. And the ocean of prema goes on increasing. So this is, it says, vyakhyata lakshana prema eva ya pratibandhaka. So this prema itself is the obstacle which is not allowing me to come to Vraj. This is my conjecture. Iti aham shanke. इत्येवं प्रकारकैः संदेशैर्व्यपेतो विरहज्वर स्वेषु तत्प्रेमाभाव निश्चयलक्षण संतापो या शांता. So this is the message which Uddhava is giving. So first Krishna spoke and he played with them, and then they opened the eye. Now Uddhava is giving them the message that look, this is Krishna's message. And then now they believed him. And their separation was gone. Therefore they worshipped him. But this is a very nice message he brought. All this time they are saying, what is this? Take this back. Keep this with you. When these ladies in Mathura will have separation, then you can give this lecture to them. Remember? All that. So now they are happy. So adhokshajam krishnam asmakam atmatulyam virah santap jarjaram gyatva. Now he gives another meaning. Adhokshajam atmanam matva. That now they understood that Krishna, adhokshaja also means Krishna, and they understood that Krishna is also like us, as we are suffering in separation and burning in fire of separation, he is also burning like that. So adhokshajam atmanam matva. Now this is another meaning. Kim va atmana atmanam svaneva ana prana yasya tatha bhutam adhokshajam krishna gyatva. Another meaning that atmana, so gyatva atmanam adhokshajam, that they understood that atmana hai svaneva ana prana. So atma, ana. Atma means their own self. Ana means pran, life. Adhokshajam means of adhokshaja. So understanding that svaneva ana prana yasya tatha bhutam adhokshajam, that we are actually the life of Krishna, and therefore we cannot die, otherwise he will be dead. So that is atma ana adhokshaja. Uddhavam pujayam chakru, they worshipped Uddhava. Bho Uddhava sadhu uktam, said, O Uddhava, you have spoken very properly. Ataha param kashtena api swapranan vayam rakshashyama. So therefore now onwards we will protect our life at any cost, even if we have to suffer. Evam yadi imam sandesham tvam nakhyasya tada vayam marishyama eva. If you have not brought this message, then certainly we would have died. Tatasya sarvanasa eva abhavishyata asmadishta sarvaraksha tvaya krita iti. And then if that would have happened, then everything would have been destroyed, because then Krishna will also not survive. Then the whole Gokula, Krishna, everything will be destroyed. So therefore what you have done is very nice, what you have spoken is very nice, because you have protected everyone. Sarva Raksha Tvaya Krita. That's why they are worshipping him now. Tam Sammanaya Maso. It is with this mood that they honored him. Atmanam swasva jivatmanam adhokshajam paramatmanam gyatva iti prakto artha asur mohanartham evanatu vastu. Now the other meaning which people would give is that knowing themselves to be Paramatma, knowing Atma itself has to be Paramatma, which is the direct meaning. He says this meaning is only to bewilder the asuras. This is not the real meaning of this sloka. Shastrasyasya mohini sadharmyat. Because this book is also like Mohini, which bewilders the asuras and gives the nectar to the devotees. Nahi kenapi prema rasaswadina bhaktena Atmakya Jnanam Kadapi Rochitam. He says those people who are accustomed to relish prema, such devotees, they never like to hear oneness with God. It is not appealing to them at all. Abhya prem bhakti mukut manibhyas tat katham rostam. So how this will appeal to gopis who are the crest jewel of all the devotees? Tat kathamrit padavdho viranto mahamuday kurvanti kirtane kechit chaturvagam tranopam iti arsha shastra tatparya abhigyai Swami Charanair Apiyuktam. Even Sridhar Swami, who knows the essence of the Vedic literature, wrote this sloka where he says that being ecstatic while floating and playing in the ocean of nectar of your stories, the perfected beings, they do not care for Chaturvarga, Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. It means they don't bother about Moksha also, but they want only Prema. Napi balvata adhyatma jnanena sampurnam prema kvapi avaritum shakyo drishta. Nor it has ever been seen that the knowledge of oneness or the spiritual knowledge of oneness can ever cover the complete love of devotee. That a devotee's prema is completely covered and he starts thinking that he is one with Krishna. He says there are no experiences of that, there are no descriptions. Vasudev Arjunayorapi Maheshwarya Darshana Uddipta Dasya Bhaktehe Vatsalyakhya Bhavavrito Netu Brahma Jnanene. In case of Vasudeva, when Krishna appeared in front of him at the time of birth and later on after him killing Kamsa, and in case of Arjuna, when he saw the universal form, so they gave their respected bhav of Vatsalya and Sakhya and came in the mood of Dasya bhav. So even they did not identify themselves as with Krishna, as one with Krishna. It's only their bhava got covered and they came to Dasya bhav, which is the basic bhav of every devotee. All other bhavas, whether it is Sakhya, Vatsalya or Madhurya, they are what you call purified form of Dasya only, nothing else. More and more pure, like the sugarcane juice keep on boiling, the same juice becomes various types, jaggery, sugar, candy, ola, all that. So like that it is Dasya bhav only. When it intensifies, goes into these different stages. So therefore that Dasya bhav, when they are in Dasya bhav, it is because of the Aishwarya, not because of Brahma Jnana. Brahma Jnana was not able to cover it. Yattu te brahmhradam nita magna krishnena chaudhrita iti vrajoksham brahmaras nimagnatvam sruyate tadapi brahma jnanasya tadarochkatva gyapnartham eva te tatra udhrita iti padam prayapta. Then when it is the example, when Brajvasis they ask Krishna what will happen to us in our next life, he took them to the Brahmarada and said deep inside. Then he uplifted them. So that lake is called Brahmarada, means the lake of Brahman. Means if you take dip in this, you will have experience of Brahman realization. That's the lake. But there it is said that he uplifted from them. Means he took them out after giving that experience. Yatha samsara kupa jiva udhriyante tathai brahma rasate vajoksha udhrita. Just as Krishna uplifts people from the well of the material world, he uplifted them from the Brahma rasa or Brahman experience. Kimcha asam utpanna nirbheda atma jnanavatve gopyo. So if if this was true that the gopis have actually experience of oneness, nirbheda with Krishna, then how could they speak like this? Gopyo hasante papruchu ramasandarsanadrita kvachidaste sukham Krishna purastri janvallabha. So when Balaram came and he spoke to them, then they asked this question laughingly to him, that is Krishna living happily in Mathura along with the ladies, Purastrijana. Katham nu grinhanti anavasthitatmano vachah kritagnasya buddhakulastriya. And how is that these women who are intelligent, they accept the words of Krishna who is ungrateful? So how is that they would be able to speak like this if they have identified themselves with Krishna? Atmanam adhokshajam matva, if you think that they became adhokshaja, then how they are speaking as being different? Ityadi agrim vachnani sabhimanani agyan dyotakani na sambhave iti vivachniyam. So it has to be understood that this type of statements would not be possible if the meaning of this jnanam atmanam adhokshajam gyatva is being one with him. So we'll stop here if there is any question. Yeah.
So Vishwanath Chakravarti mentions that when they close their eyes, all these pastimes happen. So do they remember the specifics of the pastime, or it is just this samskara of separation is gone and they don't know?
No, they remember.
So then my question would be, so he's telling that he fit like 1 billion years, so how they are able to recollect that Uddhava was here and he's speaking and all this?
He's standing in front of them.
Because they finished all this, then again Uddhava is there, so some kind of Leela arrangement that Uddhava came back again.
Well, this is what you have to say. This way says Yoga Maya Balena. In the experience, they come back and they say, oh, Uddhava is here.
Okay. So it is some arrangement that they are able to. Okay.
No, it is by Yoga Maya. Okay, Sandeep.
So these verses 53, 54, these last two verses, so as far as from this Jnani's point of view, they would conclude that their separation was gone because of this Brahma Jnana they got.
Yeah.
So it is like these two verses can be taken in both the ways.
Yeah, like earlier also we saw those verses had double meaning.
Okay.
Mohini.
Did I understand correct that only the gopis experience this time lapse of 1 billion years and not devotees in Vatsalya Ras and Sakya Ras?
Only gopis are described here.
I didn't catch the first explanation of this Atmanam Swam Gyatva Pujayam Chakru. So this was after the first explanation of Adhokshaja, that which arises from the closed eyes. And then also he gave some explanation of what the rest of the verse then would mean.
Rest of the what?
The rest of the verse, the last pada, that they worshipped him after knowing themselves as Atma or something like that.
Atmanam Swam Gyatva means after knowing this, that we have taken another birth. Adhakritebhyo akshibhyo nimilitabhyo netrebhya parsahasra ananda praptya punarjatam eva Atmanam Swam Gyatva.
Okay.
What is the doubt?
Taking another birth?
Previously they were in separation.
Mm-hmm.
What is a birth? Birth means you forget the past and you have new experience.
Oh, okay.
It's like Krishna is called Adhokshaja. So he was under the cart, and cart was broken, and he's still alive. So it's like another birth. There it means that as if he has come out from the mouth of death. So you speak like this, it's like a new birth. If you meet an accident where you actually had a bad accident, or you could have died, but you escaped, then you say, oh, it's like a new life for him. It's a new birth. At least in Hindi we speak like that. I don't know, in German you say like that or not.
Understand it, yeah.
So it's same here. They were dying with viraha, now they are happy, ananda, par sahasra ananda. So it's like new life.